Hello and welcome to another edition of UFO Video Addicts. Let me give you a preview of what I got coming up in this video. Let's see, the first is this strange, actually it's several objects, and I think this was filmed from the International Space Station, but there's something above planet Earth. Let's see, this is a colorized version of the gimbal UFO footage. Also have these UFOs out over Lake Michigan in Chicago. Let's see, this is a UFO over Markville, California. Let's see, I got this article about two satellites that mysteriously exploded in space. Let's see, this video is about China's mission to Mars. I mean, it's not really a big secret. I mean, but it's just not really talked about a lot. But apparently China is sending a probe to Mars. Also found this interesting photo here, or image here on my Facebook page. Look at this Egyptian. That's not a human. Probably Homo capensis. Also have this interesting video, YouTube video, about how the ancients most likely used some kind of sound technology to cut their stone. And then last is this article from The Drive. Multiple destroyers were swarmed by mysterious drones off California over numerous nights. See that? Numerous. All of the UFOs that we are reporting are not visiting. Okay, the fact that we have numerous reports, all of these other reports, people see UFOs on multiple occasions. It's because we're not alone on the planet, folks. Several highly advanced species most likely live in our oceans and deep earth caverns. But anyways, let's check out this video here. This is NASA just said that something massive has shown itself above our planet. Now, like I said, I believe this was being taken from the inside of the International Space Station. And, unless that was just some creative editing there. But if this is being taken from the International Space Station, yeah, you can obviously see that there is there's something there. It looks like there's two objects. Actually, there's more than two objects. Yeah, I don't know what that is. It's an 8-minute video. Again, I cannot play all of these videos or I will get hit with copyright violations. But of course, you can go to this Unexplained Mysteries website and check it out. Let's see, got this one from Reddit. This is the famous gimbal UFO video, but someone apparently colorized it. So, we get a kind of an idea. Let me turn that down a little. Kind of an idea of what the pilot saw.
Going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots to the west. Oh, they did. That's not LS though, is it? It's not doing it on that. But if there's anything, it's roasted.
And remember, he says there's a whole fleet of them. Again, if they're not sending these little tiny objects through intergalactic space to come to our planet. They're most likely, our advanced neighbors doing, whatever they do. This is from Chicago, second day in a row. Look at all these. 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5 of them there. Oh, no, this is 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And are these more out here?
Yeah, this might be military helicopter. they are like in a line.
What day was this taken here? This was taken March 21st, 2021. These lights appeared literally again the very next day. I honestly do not know what they are. I ordered some binoculars in case they appear again. If I find them and they're human craft, I will post in the comments. If anyone in the Chicago area has seen these, please leave a comment. Well, yeah, I'll leave a link to this video in the description. Check it out. Let me go to this next one here. This is a UFO sighting in Markville, California, March 24th. It was uploaded March 24th. I don't know, the exact date that it was actually taped. Very strange. Leave a link in the description. Let's see. 2 satellites mysteriously explode in space. U.S. Air Force experts analyze strange incidents in near-Earth orbit. Someone or something destroyed satellite, tearing them to pieces, reports spacenews.com. The U.S. military reported the destruction of the Chinese weather satellite Yunhai 102. Considering that the device was launched into orbit only a year and a half ago, the incident looks very strange. It is noteworthy that a week earlier, at the same altitude of 800 kilometers, the U.S. meteorological apparatus NOAA-17, which had worked for about 20 years, also exploded. It looks strange that both destroyed vehicles were simply torn to pieces. Some experts believe that the detonation of the batteries occurred on the satellites. However, it is difficult to say what exactly led to this event. Other researchers do not exclude the start of space war, and now it is worth strengthening control over the movement of satellites. Yeah, that could be anything. Could be the batteries, could be a malfunction, could be our neighbors don't like those satellites in space because they're probably not. What did he call them here? Some kind of communication satellites? Oh, Chinese weather satellite. Yeah, okay. Weather. All right, I believe that. Anyways, let me go on to this next one. Here, China's secretive mission to Mars update, what we know so far. So apparently, let me just play a little bit of this. This guy is Anton Petov. He makes a lot of space videos. I don't want to play too much of this. You have to go to his website or to his YouTube channel to check it out. But let me just give you a quick intro.
Most likely hydrazine to essentially slow down as much as possible and use a tripod configuration, as you see right here, to basically gently land on the surface of the planet. Kind of similar to what you see right here, except that even though it does resemble this particular InSight probe, the probe itself, the Chinese Tianwen-1, does look slightly different, with this right here being the best representation of this particular probe. But unlike the InSight probe, it also obviously has a rover here. And the prototype of this rover was originally displayed at the International Astronautical Congress, which was in Germany back in 2018, and this is sort of what it looked like. And so it's obviously a lot smaller in size, significantly smaller as a matter of fact, than any of the NASA rovers, which are basically the size of a small car.
I think which is very interesting, I want to just point something out here. I think it was like right around here. Like here. Is this supposed to be Mars? Because if this is supposed to be Mars, this looks a lot like Earth. And I've said this before in my other videos. I believe that NASA alters the colors of all of the photographic images they send, and even the video. I have read and heard reports that Mars actually has an atmosphere very similar to planet Earth. It has blue skies, not this red tint. And again, I've done enough work with Photoshop that I can kind of tell when a tint or the luminosity has been altered. And it looks to me like in a lot of those photos that NASA releases of Mars, there's definitely some filter going on there. They're not showing us real photos. But anyways, I found this photo on my Facebook page. Look at this. You know, I think this is a Homo capensis. Like Akhenaten and Nefertiti, they were not Homo sapiens like us. They were, you know, they had these elongated head, these large heads. Karen Hudes talks about the people in the banking industry also have these long heads, and that's the reason why, you know, the planet is the way it is. The way that the bankers are completely ruthless and emotionless, and they just, you know, they do whatever it takes to make money. They have no concern of the human lives that are being destroyed, and it's because this hominid race that runs the banking industry, they don't have emotion. They have no emotions or creativity. They're just into profit. But I believe that the descendants of these people are still running the planet. But anyways, let me go on to this next article here, or this next video. And this one is about how the ancients cut stone with sound. Lost high technology explained. Let's see, let me go right about here.
And takes less energy. Conceivably, you can even turn the handle of a large tuning fork into a cutting rod, whether a drill tube or a drill bit. Even a copper tube could conceivably cut into granite using this method. To turn a tuning fork into a sonic drill, the resonant frequency of the cutting rod must match the frequency of the fork that is attached to it. Scientifically, the way it works is that transverse vibrations from the fork prongs, known as tines, move the bottom of the U-shape up and down, which sends longitudinal vibrations through the cutting rod. At the rod's resonant frequency, these vibrations create standing waves, with maximum vibration at the beginning and the end of the rod, and there is a point of no vibration in the middle, where a handle could be attached. For example, tines 30 centimeters long and 3 centimeters thick make a resonant frequency of 1,100 Hz, and would require a 1.5 meter long rod to allow cutting, as pictured here. Notice how long the rod is relative to the fork, and how it actually looks like a trident or harpoon. It could even function as such if the tines were sharpened. In Egyptian mythology, the falcon god Horus is associated with harpoons, but maybe the clearest evidence for sonic drilling has been staring us in the face for millennia. One common symbol or object that is seen so often in ancient Egyptian art is the scepter. It appears in relics, art, and hieroglyphs associated with the ancient Egyptian religion. Known as the was scepter, it is a long, straight staff with a forked end. The opposite end is sometimes seen to be a stylized animal head, but maybe this is actually a cutting implement. The scepter was a symbol of power and dominion, and although it has a number of other mythological and symbolic associations, maybe the true meaning got lost through the dynastic history of ancient Egypt. What became a symbol of power maybe once was literally an object of power. But mainstream historians and archaeologists attest that traditional stone and metal tools were used to create stone blocks and ornaments.
Again, I'm sure most people have to realize that, yeah, you know, the rocks, they were not cut with these instruments here. But anyways, let me just jump to another section where this guy thinks that he had found an image. Let's see.
Some researchers believe they have found ancient Egyptian carvings of 2 tuning forks attached by wires on a statue of Isis and Anubis, shown here. This is one way you could get them to resonate to a specific frequency for a prolonged amount of time to cut stone without hitting them with a hammer. Interestingly.
So anyways, yeah, again, I can't play all of this video, but, you know, this guy thinks that he may have discovered a way that the ancients were able to cut large blocks of stone using sound waves. But anyways, let me go on to this last link here. The war zone, multiple destroyers were swarmed by mysterious drones off California over numerous nights. These are our neighbors, folks. We're not being visited. The disturbing series of events during the summer of 2019 resulted in an investigation that made its way to the highest echelons of the Navy. And again, and all you sheep out there who are still waiting for disclosure and still questioning whether our government hides information, whether they've been lying to us. Yeah, the answer is yes. Of course, it's obvious. In July of 2019, a truly bizarre series of events unfolded around California's Channel Islands. Over a number of days, groups of unidentified aircraft, which the U.S. Navy simply refers to as drones or UAVs, pursued that service's vessels, prompting high-level investigation. During the evening encounters, as many as 6 aircraft were reported swarming around the ships at once. The drones were described as flying for prolonged periods in low visibility conditions and performing brazen maneuvers over the Navy warships near a sensitive military training range less than 100 miles off Los Angeles. The ensuing investigation included elements of the Navy, Coast Guard, and the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI. The incident received major attention, including from the Chief of Naval Operations, the apex of the Navy's chain of command. Again, this is happening off of the coast of California, which has had UFO sightings for a number of years. And it has to finally become obvious to people that the reason why our Navy, the Russians' Navy, continues to encounter these crafts underwater, around our oceans, around our nuclear facilities, around other military sites, is because they're our neighbors, right? If you're advanced alien species and you come from a planet that's 4 light years away, or even if you come from a planet that's within our own solar system, let's say you're an alien species that lives on one of the moons of Saturn, right? You're not concerned about what we're doing on our planet, right? Even if a meteor hit our planet, it wouldn't affect. I mean, that was determined when Shoemaker Levy crashed into Jupiter. Those giant meteors crashing into that planet had absolutely no impact on planet Earth whatsoever. So if we're blowing up nuclear bombs, advanced species on other planets in other galaxies are not concerned. They are concerned about our military, about our nuclear facilities, because they don't want us to blow up their planet too. But anyways, that is going to be it for this video. If you like things like this, please give this video a thumbs up. Please share this video. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'll have more things like this. Take care.